today's video, we will be creating a practical real application using Vive Coding. Yes, we will be creating a payment checkout web app all the way from installing extensions in VS Code that will empower VS Code to make it a proper AI code editor to a fully functional UPI payment application through Razorpay. Do not skip the video because this will be the most interesting video on Coders Academy till now. If you like the content, don't forget to hit the like, share and subscribe. Hi, I am Ashish Agarwal and welcome back to Coders Academy. So let's jump directly to our Vive coding session. Let's go. We'll open the VS Code extensions and search for extension called Roo Code. We'll install that. So as you can see, this is Roo Code. You can have more details about it on the right side of the screen. So once Roo Code has been installed, we can see that small kangaroo icon kind of a thing on the left side and the release note about Roo Code. Now we'll go back to extensions and we'll install another extension called Supermaven. So Supermaven will be required as a code assistant in VS Code. So we'll hit the install button there. More information about the plugin and extension can be read on the right side. So we'll hit the install. Now once both the plugins and extensions have been installed, we'll have to start with the configuration of Roo Code. So we go to the gear icon. We have to configure the API provider. So it provides you multiple options here: Anthropic, Google Gemini, DeepSeek, OpenAI, LM Studio, Light LLM, Open Router, and then we provide the corresponding API key. So I have chosen Google Gemini here along with the API key. Now I have a choice of models. So whatever model I want to take, I can pick that model under the provider. Okay. So here I have picked Gemini 2.0 Flash, hit the save and done. So now both our extensions are now ready to be used. So we'll start with a simple prompt. Create a web app in Node.js. Which will have a functionality for payments, checkout functionality, payment checkout functionality with UPI as a payment method. So this is the prompt and this is the web app we would like to create in Node.js. And let's see how does the extension perform using the Gemini model. So we hit the submit. So the API request has been sent to the model. So what the model has come out is it has given us options. So what are the different options for UPI providers you want to use? So that's a beauty. It's given us multiple options along with a breakup of tasks that it is going to perform. So it tells us that it will start by creating a package JSON file, app.js, index.html, and then it will execute certain commands for which it will ask for our permissions. Okay. So here is the detailed breakdown of the respective files. And this is the command that is going to use npm install. Okay. So now what we have to do is we'll make a selection of one of the payment gateway library. So in this example, I will pick Razorpay. So we'll select that and then we hit the submit. So once the API request has gone, you can also see the number of tokens getting consumed at the top. It has started writing the application file. Now it's asking for a permission to create a file. So we'll hit the save. So it started continuing the file. It's asking permission for app.js, hit save. Now index.html, hit save. So it's creating one of those files at each time and asking for our permission. And now it's asking the permission to run the command for Express.js with Razorpay as a dependency. So proceed. So it has created the packages project folder. You can see it on the right side. There are 16 packages that is added. Now it wants to do npm start. So we hit proceed. So we'll allow this particular alert. Now it's processing the command. So the server is now listening and localhost 3000. So let's try that out on the browser window. So we go to localhost 3000 and here we are with the application. So you have a UPI payment gateway, amount, INR and pay now. So it's a very simple screen that it has created for us in Express.js using Razorpay as dependency. So right now there is no particular operation that you can see happening here. There is some errors that it is showing on the console like authentication failed. So we'll now try to iterate through this application in a step-by-step fashion. So you can see the number of tokens it has consumed till now. So Gemini allows you to give 1 million tokens and out of which 13.2 have been consumed. So this is the project structure it has created. We have our app.js file. Along with the dependencies, it asks us to provide the API keys for Razorpay and it has certain endpoints like verify payment, create order. Now we look at the package JSON. It mentions the version, the description and the dependencies. So Express.js and Razorpay. So this is the total final structure that it has created, the web app structure. Now we'll start with the process of we'll improve the UI of the application a bit. Right now it is quite minimalistic and very simple UI. So let's change that. So please improve the UI to make it look professional with a purple and white theme. Okay, we hit enter. Let's see. So now we approve with the changes that it wants to do in the HTML file, in the app.js file. So it's giving us a diff of what changes it is going to make. Okay, so we say approve that. Okay, so we save the changes. And then finally we do a run command where it will open the index.html file. So start HTML. Yeah, that looks nice. So it has now created a nice HTML with purple and white theme. This looks more professional. Now in the next step we want to get the API keys for Razorpay. So we hit the Razorpay portal. We'll log in with we'll sign up first. So I'll signing up with my Gmail ID. So I add the additional details. It's like a wizard based application. So just follow the instructions on the Razorpay website. So now it's asking for the mobile number. I enter the mobile number, then my name, hit continue. And now it's asking me for additional details about my business. Since it's a payment app, it's asking for the information about the business. So it's my first time setting it up. And where do you plan to use it? So I'm saying I'm going to use it as a WhatsApp and my website. So you can make a selection of whatever you wish to. I'm just selecting these two options and hit continue. Now it's asking for a website where I want to be using Razorpay. So right now I don't have a website, so I'm going to do it as a testing. So I'll add this particular website later. So I'll hit add later because I don't need these API keys for going live right now. So what is the business type? It's individual. Continue. What's my personal account number? So this is permanent account number rather. So I entered that, and now it's asking me for the brand name. So I say Test Coders Academy. Hit continue. So email address verification. So this is my final updates, and now I hit continue. Okay. So my account is now set up with the basic KYC details. Now I have to complete the KYC information, know your customer. So it doesn't take much time. I'll hit the complete KYC. I have done the operations of all these details and now submit. So this is typically required for every company in India for KYC. So it looks like our KYC is completely done and it's all green, no issues. So it's all done. Okay, got it. Now here we have an option to download our keys. So we hit that particular option. So now we can say generate the keys, and before that there is something called as live mode and test mode. So we are going to generate the keys for the test mode. Okay, live mode involves actual payments. Test mode is basically for doing testing. So we can generate the keys using the test mode now, and now paste it in the app.js file. Once you have done that, you can go back to our Roo Code plugin and tell it to run the web app. So I'm just adding more details, like I've already entered the API key information for Razorpay, and now just run the web app. Okay, hit enter. So it's asking me for the changes again, approve, same thing again. Okay, so looks like it is showing some problem with the key ID and the secret, and it's saying that it's incorrect, but that's not the case. So I say that it is correct, and let's try it one more time. I'm asking it to run the command npm start, proceed. Yeah, so it's asking me to stop there. Okay, there's another process that is already running if you look it on the right side. So let's close that first. That's the reason it is not able to start the server on port 3000. Now try it again. So we already stopped that now, and we should be able to say that I have stopped the server. So it will start processing from there now. Okay. So it's trying to do npm start now, run command. Yes, proceed. Now our server looks to be running on port 3000. So proceed. So that completes the task on Roo side. Let's hit the browser and try it one more time here. Pay now. Okay, so it's just giving us a console alert here that the order is created from Razorpay, but I don't see any specific information apart from that. So do we need to do something special? Let's try to find that out. Yeah, so what it is telling is we'll have to implement actual UPI payment interface here from Razorpay, which typically involves a verify payment. So I'm saying it, okay, fine. So let's please implement this particular feature from Razorpay. Let's see what happens now. What does Gemini respond back? So it has started giving me the response. Yeah, so it's asking for approval. Approve. Okay, yeah, so it has made some changes in the file. So okay, save. Yeah, looks like the task is now complete. Yeah, open the index HTML file, click the pay now confirmation dialog, hit OK, OK for successful, cancel for failed, and the payment confirmation message will be displayed. So let's try it in a browser. Refresh, enter a dummy amount, say pay now. Okay, so simulate UPI payment. Okay, payment successful. So though it's saying the payment successful, I don't see the option for the UPI. So let's check our dashboard, the Razorpay dashboard. Does it show any request coming to Razorpay? There's no request that I can see here. Let's try transactions and payments. There's no payment entry here. So let's try it. Let's take the help of Claude AI. So what I've said as a prompt is I have created a Node.js web app that does UPI payment using Razorpay. I want to verify the test payment on Razorpay dashboard. Okay, so kindly check the code given below. Now I will provide the code for app.js and HTML file and suggest the fixes for that. Okay, so let's paste our code here. So this is app.js and HTML file. So though it contains the keys for Razorpay, these are for test environment. But when you are using it for live or production, make sure that you do not pass your keys. So in this example, it is okay because it is for the test environment. So I'm just saying here is the app.js file. And now let me take the HTML file also. So here is the index.html file. I'll copy that HTML file and paste it in the Claude UI. So hit enter. So it's processing the output and let's see what output it is giving back to us. So it has modified the app.js file along with the HTML file. So let's copy the HTML file first and paste it back. Okay, done that, save it. Now we go back to Claude AI and check the other files. But before that, if we go to the bottom right, let's see what was the problem. So here it's saying the issues that it identified was with payment verification. So there was a problem with webhook. There was a problem with HMAC, SHA, signature. Razorpay integration was missing. Incorrect parameters for order ID, payment ID. Okay, so it has highlighted the problems that it was seeing in the earlier code, and it is also mentioned that once the payment is made, the Razorpay dashboard will show it as payment sections, right? So it will show it in the payment. So let's copy the JS file also. So I'm going to the JS file. Okay, we'll copy the code for JS. We'll paste it here. Okay, and then let's try it running again. So this time we'll do it on our own. So I'm stopping the prompt and I'm saying npm start. Server is ready. Let's try it again. Refresh. ₹2 pay now. Oh, perfect. So this is the Razorpay I was expecting, the interface. So we'll try with the UPI. So I'm just trying some dummy value here. Something HDFC Bank. Okay. There's an option there. Okay, verify and pay. Yeah, looks like now it is working correctly. So now it's hitting the payment gateway, confirming the payment. Yeah, secured by Razorpay, payment successful, ₹2 paid. Now let's check our dashboard. We'll refresh the screen. Ideally now we should see an entry here about ₹2. So let's wait. Yeah, let's wait for the payment screen. Yeah, so there is a payment screen. There is an entry there, payment ID. Let's open that. There's an amount too there. Let's open the details screen. Yeah, so this is the details of the payment. So it has correctly now capturing the transaction that happened from the test website. Now here also, if you look at the page, this is the payment ID. Let's check that, verify that again. Yep, perfect. So here we'll start by creating a simple Snowflake SQL file. So as you can see, we are now, when we say list, it automatically starts giving you the prompt. So use warehouse, warehouse name, use database, database name. So I'm just pressing tabs and it is allowing me to see the entire syntax in Snowflake. So this is the advantage of using Supermaven. Okay. So Supermaven is allowing you to complete this code. It has support for. So just now you guys saw how easy and simple it was to create a fully functional web app, especially a payment app using Razorpay, in just a few minutes. So we completed the entire assignment in 30 minutes and I had no idea how the payment application through Razorpay works. So as a user, I have used Razorpay in the past, but from a developer, I have no idea how the interaction works and what is the code involved to make the integration happen. So through Vive Coding, we were able to do this end to end in 30-40 minutes. So that's the beauty of Vive Coding, and this was a real practical example of how we did it as a practical payment application. If you like the content, please like, share and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what is the next video you would like to see. Thank you so much for watching the